So what's up, everybody? We here at Game-a-palooza. Right now they're setting up and stuff, so pretty soon we're about to get started. And there's actually some interesting games here, so let's see what they have.
Battle of the Boroughs esports competition, promoting New York City-based indie game developers through the Made in New York Marketing Credits Program for digital games that provides out-of-home and digital advertising as well as Made in New York grants to indie developers. Training New York City animators for careers in the digital games industry, and hosting the first ever New York City Digital Games Festival, which we held earlier this year, which welcomed over 1,500 attendees, including brands, students, vendors, and industry veterans, signaling to the world that New York City has the infrastructure to provide good paying jobs, host global esports events, and support indie video game development. So in sponsoring events like this, Game-a-palooza that showcase indie game developers is central to our mission. We feel that indie developers are the lifeblood of the games industry in New York City, and so I want to give a thank you to Ahmed and Matia and IGDA New York for all of the work that you've done to organize this event, to showcase the community. Your efforts are what makes this the greatest city and an attractive place for people to develop games. So I encourage you all to play each other's games, play test each other's games, give each other feedback, and MakeGames.nyc is also a place that you can go to find out more about game resources in New York City. So thank you.
Yo, it's your boy Fumbles. I'm here with one of the developers behind Hot on Life 2. I've been really heavy looking forward to this game. Is there anything you could tell us that's be a little bit different from the previous game in this game?
I mean, I think the most interesting thing that's new, if you look at some of the gameplay here, you get a skateboard now. That's a big part of the game this time around, so a lot of the traversal is actually based on you skateboarding, so you're grinding on things, going on walls. You can do all the combat on the skateboard. It actually replaces your sprint.
Oh, really?
So that is your primary way of movement.
So you get so you have faster movement instead of before.
Yeah, much faster.
Do you still have some of the same mechanics you had in the original game, like the jetpack or any of the same weapons, or things are a little bit different?
No jetpack this time. You actually don't need it. It feels a lot better with the skateboard. Other than that, though, the mechanics are pretty much the same. It all feels very similar. It's very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's very familiar, I would say.
Very familiar? Okay. One thing else I asked as well. So this game is a direct sequel, so it follows the story right after the last one ended. Is any type of things you could tell us about the story that's going forth that you can reveal?
Yeah, so the sort of premise here is that after the ending of the first game, the plot of the original one was that sort of like an alien mafia was coming, and they were kidnapping humans and turning them into drugs.
Yeah.
This time around, it's now become a situation where they're trying to legalize humans as drugs, so that it's actually a pharmaceutical company that's doing everything.
Almost like real life.
Yeah, and you end up on the wrong side of the law because this is all happening through legal channels very early on, and you become sort of an outlaw, and you're trying to prevent all of this from happening.
One thing also in the first one that I kind of wish was in the second one, will we have vehicles that we already use in this one?
No, I don't think there's any vehicles that you can use, other than the skateboard,
Yes.
which is its own kind of vehicle. But no, for the most part, you're still on foot.
Okay. So all the same witty comedy and like the edgy voice acting and stuff is still all continuing on?
Still lots of dialogue. If anything, there's more. And yeah, just tons of comedy. It's still a very narrative-focused game. There's just a lot more combat and traversal mechanics than we were able to do in the first game.
And I guess the last question, is any multiplayer in this game or no?
There is no multiplayer. No, it's single player only.
Okay, it's still worth it. I'm very looking forward to playing this game. I know a lot of other people are. You have a release date yet when this game is going to come out?
This one's coming out February 13th.
February 13th, all platforms?
I believe so. I don't remember which ones we've announced already.
Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to actually play the demo, and I'm looking forward to this game. So, everybody, High on Life 2. So I'm back again with another great game called Time Flow. Can you tell us a little bit more about the game?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's an educational game that teaches real money skills, but it's at the time it's fun, it's easygoing, and it's easy to understand. So in the game, you have to achieve your life goal and become financially successful, gain financial freedom, and by living your life, by making choices, by investing, and finding a good balance between your time and money. So it's also about work-life balance.
Okay, so it's like pretty much how to get out the rat race, pretty much.
Correct. Yes. So the rat race, basically, the game is designed like a loop. So you see, that's a rat race. So that's a loop, and it goes around. It goes around the year. So when the character makes a loop, that means a year has passed. So basically, you have to win by retirement age. So the earlier they start, the better.
Okay. I remember my mom always say that we got to get out the rat race. I remember there was a board game similar like this. This is actually something that's actually really needed because in school they normally don't teach us a lot about finances and stuff like that. They wasn't telling them with the adult that I learned about stocks and all this stuff. So this game looked really interesting. What platform would this game be available on?
So the game is available on Steam, on Apple Store, on Google Play. It's also on Google Play Pass. So it's been in early access for several years, and I've been adapting the game and fixing it and adding new features by players' request. So the game is very different compared to how it was several years ago, because I was in constant contact with the community. So I kept adding new things.
Okay, so the game is available in early access right now, and it's available on multiple platforms, which is awesome. This is one game I'm probably going to play right now. What's the name of your developer, your company?
My name is Roman.
Roman?
Yeah, so the team is quite large, so I work with, I guess, around 15 people. Not full-time, of course, some freelancing, some full-time. But yeah, it's more I'm the single founder, producer, but I'm not programmer. I know how to think of things, but know how to make things.
This is definitely a real fun game. I actually want to download it. This is something I've really been interested in. I want to teach my kids. So thank you.
Appreciate it.
The game is called...
Yeah, question.
Yeah.
How many people, is this a big group or a small group in the team?
I'd say full-time we have 3 people working, but I got 16 people that somehow took part of it, like a composer, an artist, a 3D artist, translator, stuff like that.
So everybody, game is called Time Flow Financial Education Simulator. Definitely let your kids download it because it teaches them and help them get out the house a lot much faster. Check this name out. So what's the name of your game?
Oh, yeah, you have to see this one.
This is Rondo's Romp.
Rondo's Romp. So what's this about?
It's a 2D platformer. You play as a dog named Rondo. And so you go around the world relating lighthouses that have been taken over by greedy iguanas.
Okay. And when this game will be out?
It's going to be out next year.
Next year? Which platform?
The 3 consoles, Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation, as well as Steam.
Steam, nice. And the game is called what again?
Rondo's Romp.
Rondo's Romp? It's an awesome game. Today's the day of bangers. We have another game called Call in Front of the House. It's like a detective game, and it's really, I'm enjoying it. Can you tell us a little bit about the game?
Yeah, so A Call from Under the House is a point-and-click game where you play as a detective and you solve puzzles to figure out what's causing the paranormal activity in the house.
Okay, and I see the design is kind of like a 2D. Was that something that you wanted to do, or were you trying to do 3D? What made you decide to go that route?
So the artist for the game is a really great pixel artist, so we decided to go for 2D so that he could really show off his strength in pixel art. And yeah, that's the main reason why it's 2D.
Yeah, while looking at the game, I see it has a lot of inventory and stuff like that, kind of a horror game kind of looks. That's what she was going to, more of a horror game instead of just detective?
So it's a horror comedy about a detective, essentially.
Okay. Is there any other combat in the game, or is mostly just kind of you run or whatever?
So there's a few sections of the game where you get transported into a maze, and there are these shadow monsters that follow you, and you can actually evaporate them with your flashlight. So that's the most like combat it gets. Besides that, it's a lot more puzzles.
Nice. I know this is like, I forgot the name of a game. There was a game like that where you had to use a flashlight. That's really a cool mechanic. When was the game be released?
October 24th, so in a few days.
Oh, nice. And all platforms or only on Steam?
Only on Steam right now.
Nice.
But it will be available on Windows and hopefully Mac soon.
Nice. Everybody said the game's called Call Under the House. It's an awesome game. And, this game looks really fun. Definitely check it out. What's the name of your developer?
Party Crasher Studios.
I actually like that, Party Crasher Studios. All right, another banger, guys.
90s kind of period piece. You play as a streamer on the dark web. You're exploring a fully procedurally generated internet. You're exploring weird websites. You're buying haunted objects. You're adding weirdos online, and you're streaming. And the goal is to hit rank 1. And if you do that, you win. Otherwise, you die. And so it all takes place on a computer interface, which you will see in a few moments. And there's RPG elements. You have stats and a character sheet. And as you take actions and things happen in the game, you get tags. So you might break your foot, you might develop narcissism, you might develop like a BDSM kink, who knows. There's lots of possibilities on the web. And that's kind of the gameplay loop. So there's kind of Myst-like internet puzzles. There's like a real diegetic stream chat where people are leaving comments and things. And then there's kind of these text-based adventure event sequences in the game.
When will the game be released?
We don't have a date publicly announced. We're holding that close to the chest right now.
Do you know what platforms?
We will be on Steam, we will be on Epic, we will be on mobile, we'll be on PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, anything that runs a game. We'll be on Doom. You could play Dark Web Streamer in Doom and vice versa.
Nice.
Something else about the game that I think separates us is the game will also launch with a full mod kit. So from day one, anyone will be able to make content for the game. They can make their own websites, they can add events, they can add audio, anything they want, they can just put in the game. And that's without code. So it's a bespoke editor called Dead that will launch with the game. So from day one, people will be able to add whatever they want.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Oh.
Yeah.
So this is a horror game, daylight horror game about cult escaping, and you're being watched by your cult neighbors all over the world, and then you have to behave yourself. Otherwise, you will lose conduct, and then you have to go through weird tests every day.
Every day?
Yeah, every day in the game. Every day in the game. So that is all about.
Okay.
Yeah. So. He's playing, so you can like watch him playing a little bit, and then you can try it later.
Even just being someone who is like centrally connected to all these different worlds, like that was I think the best part too, is seeing all these different aspects that come in. You having these
Yes, no.
Exactly. So yeah.
So far,
Yeah. Alright, I'll be right back.
So, it's fun. Y'all all know I love retro games. Like, I collect retro games. This game, Ethnograph, kind of reminds me of the original Alone in the Dark. And everybody knows how much I love this game. I have the developer here. Can you tell us a little bit about the game?
Yeah, sure. So Ethnograph is like a ghost photography survival horror game in which you basically explore an abandoned mansion and you photograph ghosts, you solve puzzles, and you try to find out what happened in this house a while back when you lived in there.
Nice. So you say you take pictures, so it's almost kind of like similar to Fatal Flame. There's more.
It's very similar to that.
Okay, that's like really cool. How's like any type of combat in the game or anything like that? Can you tell us a little bit about the combat?
Yeah, so the combat is akin to Fatal Frame, but not quite. There is that mechanic of as the ghost comes closer to you, you do more damage the closer it is to you.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
So it kind of forces you to face your fears, and that's the overall like theme of the game.
So too much face your fears and own up to it versus running away from it.
Exactly. And I think horror is a really good genre to kind of say that message.
Very true, especially around this time of the year of October. Can you let us know when will the game be released?
I'm aiming for early year after next.
Okay, for what platforms?
It'll be on Steam for now, PC for now,
yeah.
And we will, depending on how the publisher situation goes, I will also be able to port to consoles.
Nice. Yo, this game plays great. It's literally like a old school retro game. I'm gonna show you some of it. Thank you again. What's the name of your developer company?
Pappy's Pipe Dream.
What's it?
Pappy's Pipe Dream.
So Pappy's Pipe Dream, awesome game.
This one looks cool.
Oh, thank you. Now its working name is Wind.
Wind?
That's, yeah, the working title.
Okay. So I'm back again. Fumbles is back again with another interesting game. This game, you use wind bellows to actually control the character. This is a very unique. I never saw a control stream like this before. What made you decide to do a control stream, something like similar like this?
So I'm working with a team of 5 other people. We just sat down and said we wanted to make something unique. We knew we wanted to make a game with an alternate peripheral. And we like the idea of people actually being able to see the effect that their speed, and that's how it knows how fast to move you. So we just wanted to, make something people could actually look at and see mechanically go. And this just felt like the most natural way to go with it.
Nice. So is there like a story, or is this like kind of like a race or kind of like an endurance game? Because I see you also get a workout too while you're doing it.
It definitely works out the shoulders. We're still figuring out that side of it. We are thinking of having not like a deep story, but maybe like a light kind of background narrative with it. But right now, at the moment, we're still working on the controller, trying to make it feel good, and it's just kind of a race. But we're curious to see how it evolves over time.
All right, so the controllers right now looks awesome. I know this is probably just a prototype.
Yeah.
So I guess a real release version will probably be something more easier, mainstream, all enclosed.
So we're definitely want to leave the fans visible because we like people to see them spinning.
Mm-hmm.
As we figure out more of the art style in the game a bit more in that way, we're going to customize these to look like they belong in the game. So like the character in the game you'll see has little pinwheels. We'll make the fans look like the pinwheels. Thinking of one idea we floated around is that the character's blowing air out of their mouth, so maybe make this look like the character face or something different. We're still all talking about it and trying to find what feels best, but yeah.
Okay, so I know it's early development.
Yeah.
Do you have a window of release?
So our goal is to go to GDC this year. They have a whole section dedicated to games with weird peripherals. So that's in March. Submission is due by the end of November, so we need to have it a good deal further by then. But hopefully by March we're at a spot with it that we're happy.
Nice. And do you have an idea what platforms will be released for?
So this is just going to be going around to different events like this. It's not going to be released on consoles or Steam. It would come to events like this, Wonderville nearby, we've talked about bringing it, and just any kind of local showcases.
So this would be just like a local hidden gem kind of?
That's the goal.
And what's the name of the game?
Working title is Wind.
So everybody, the working title is Wind. Unfortunately, we not get our hands on this, but just looking at the controller and seeing the workout, it looks fun as crap.
Yeah, go. So we really started working on it around the middle of August. And so yeah, it's been about, I guess that would make it, 2 months about? A little, about that long.
So we're back with another game called Unified Feline Obliterators. We all know cats are malicious, but this game takes that to a different level. I have the game developer here. Can you tell us a little bit about the game?
Yeah, it's a co-op local multiplayer game, very arcade feel. You play as cats in space. You shoot things, like dogs and rockets, big rats, and you just play until you lose. Classic arcade game.
So pretty much you're going against cats' worst enemies, dogs, mice, and stuff like that. Are you able to play just as cats, or are you able to play as dogs or other creatures as well?
There's some cosmetics, so there's like other themed cats, but there's one dog and one penguin you can play as. Everything else is cats.
Where did the penguin come from?
It's just a reference to an older game I made. It's a character I put in all my games.
Nice. When will this game be released?
This was released last month, September 17th.
Oh, nice. What platform?
Steam and Itch.
Steam and Itch. So, yeah, you want to check this out? Unified Feline Obliterators is a freaking fun game. Especially if you like playing as cat, this is what the game is.
Maybe only 10% of the click-through, so this
And yeah, so
Yo, I'm back again, talk about another amazing game called Bundle of Joy. I have the developer here right now. This game was almost like playing Warriorlands, an awesome game. Can you tell us a little bit about your game?
Yeah, totally. Thanks so much for talking to me. My name is Nicholas O'Brien. I'm the founder of SA Games, and yeah, we made Bundle of Joy.
What's it about? Is this mostly kind of like, it's like a storyline, or just like a couple of things that happens?
Yeah, so Bundle of Joy is a WarioWare style game with some narrative vignettes interspersed in between, and you play as a new dad during the pandemic, and it's based on my own personal experience of becoming a dad during the pandemic. And what I found is that when I was prepping to become a dad, I was trying to do all the good work, talking to other new dads, reading the literature and stuff. But I found that there was very little stuff between 0 to 3 months. And I was like, oh, why is that? And then I became a dad, and I realized that you're just trying to survive during that time.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make something that spoke to that experience and try to fill in the blanks, but also to be playful and fun at the same time.
As a dad, I was a dad around my mid-20s, so I understand when you're a new dad, there's no book. Nothing prepares you for when your kid comes. But having something like this is actually pretty cool. So you said your experience of being a new dad heavily influenced the game. Is there any spot of being a new dad in particular that really highlights this game that you want to talk about?
Yeah, totally. I think that one of the big things for me that was really important to represent in the game is trying to be kind to yourself, right? Trying to be in a space of forgiveness, right? You're gonna stress out, you're gonna be you're going to mess up, right? And you're not going to get everything perfect the first time, but you don't have to beat yourself up, right? You don't have to think, oh, I'm not cut out for this, or you're not going to have to take that on the chin every time, right? You just have to learn from your mistakes and try to keep doing better, right? And so the game is kind of allows you to stress out, allows you to fail sometimes, but it's not like a game over or you lose a life or anything, right? Instead, you take a moment, you breathe, you try to recollect yourself, and you go right back into it, right? So
almost like real life. There's no I always say there's no A and B or being A and B about being a parent per se, but like you said, you get stressed, have a moment, come back and collect. When will this game be released?
It's out. It's out right now. Yeah. So I know that a lot of games here are either in demo phase or they're coming out soon. But this game is out. It came out earlier this year. So yeah, you can get it on Steam and Itch. Yeah. So it's out. It's in the world.
Nice.
I would love to bring it to Switch. It was originally developed with handhelds in mind, really thinking about, it plays great on the Steam Deck if you want to play it on the Steam Deck.
Yeah.
I would love to bring it eventually to a Switch. I just haven't had the time to port it over yet. I don't have a Nintendo developer license. I'm a very small indie. So yeah, maybe soon. Maybe soon.
We love the full artwork. It was a big value. We might have the full art.
That you control the earth and you put it's lasers and you put natural disaster.
Oh no, that one's a little different. That's what is that game called?
So we have a different game here today called Solidarity. I probably said that. I probably butchered that really wrong. But it's an awesome game where you actually get to create life. Can you tell us a little bit about this game?
Yeah, so my name's Andrew. I'm the creator of Cell to Singularity. And so this game is
Basically, it's you're starting off at the very beginning of the Earth, and you're basically creating all the life in the Earth from the beginning of cellular life to you start off building cells, then you create like a flatworm, and then you go into the ocean and create a jellyfish. Then eventually you get closer to like apes, and then you create a first human being. Yeah.
So you really start from the beginning. I see that. So I guess the storyline is you just creating life. Is it only on one planet, or do you have multiple planets?
Yeah, so the story of the game is basically you've been recruited by kind of a mysterious artificial intelligence named Semblance, and you're participating in this experiment to simulate like all of reality. And she wants to start at the beginning of life, but it's a little unclear like why the simulation's happening, and is she totally like doing this for good purposes or maybe mysterious purposes?
So I like
you're helping. Yeah,
I like that there's a storyline to this.
Yeah.
So you're not just creating life. So it's not like there's more to it. Can you also tell us any unique mechanics that you may actually like more than another?
Yeah. So the core mechanic is this is a idle game. So you're basically like, every time you tap, you're earning entropy, and entropy is like the base currency of the game. And like once you collect a certain amount of entropy, you can unlock like a new animal, like a panda or something. Oh, nice. And then the more animals you collect, the more background entropy you'll earn. So you're building up kind of this like production of like life forms that allow you to create even more and more complex life. Nice.
This game looks really interesting. It reminded me of one of the games. I like how you have a story mode. Most of the games like this, there's only no story. It's just mostly you just play it. Is there a release date for this game?
Yeah, so this game has actually been out for a long time now.
Really? Wow.
So it's been out for 5 years. It came out on Steam like a long time ago, and the base game is about the evolution of life. But then when you get a little further, you discover this like a rock, this giant rock, and then you chip away, and there's a dinosaur skull inside of it. And then that takes you to this whole like dinosaur world where you like unlock dinosaurs. There's also this outer space section. So it's a little like kind of like almost like a museum of different like things that you learn about.
Nice. So the game's already out. Is it on release on Steam, or is it released on other platforms?
Yeah, so one of the reasons we're here today at Game-a-palooza?
Yeah.
Is that what this is? Game-a-palooza? One of the reasons we're at Game-a-palooza is because we have a new expansion coming out in November 18th around there. That is, it's called Reality Reboot, and it's gonna change a lot of the way the main game happens. So there's gonna be like more animals to unlock. Like you can the simulation, the strategy is a lot more complicated and more like fun to kind of decide what you're doing. And then. Yeah, there's also like some new mechanics that we're adding.
There's gonna be something that
November something.
Yeah. November something. Maybe something that we may not. So, listen. November-ish.
Yeah,
this is November-ish.
About 4 weeks away.
4 weeks away, we'll be getting an awesome expansion to this great game. I'm definitely looking forward to it. What's the name of your developer?
We're called Computer Lunch, and we're actually here in Brooklyn, New York. We work out of Gumbo. Yeah. It's like a co-working space here in Brooklyn.
Nice. So everybody, I'm definitely going to be playing this game. The game looks really fun. I'm going to be waiting November-ish for this to come out. Yeah. Nice meeting you.
Thanks a lot, guys. Yeah.
So I'm here to go. It's for this awesome fighting game. The graphics look amazing, and it's something that I really wanted to look at. So I have to develop it there. So what's the name of the game? It's Fighter's Forge. Fighter's Forge. So what's the point behind this game? You want to create your own character, or like 10 characters? Yeah. So in this game, you can create your own character. It's kind of a lot like The Sims. And then after you create your own character, you can pick a fighting style and an element. The mix and match of fighting style and element determines your normal attacks, special moves, and ultra attacks. Right, so is it like story, or is it like the character beat them up style type of game? There is a concept story that we're working on and trying to theme into the game. I have someone else that can describe the story a lot better. The idea is a lot like these fighters are in this world where every now and then they have to fight to defend their universe. Nice. So it's like, okay, I get it. So it's like kind of like a multiverse kind of thing. Yes, they have their own little universe. For some reason, fighters have to fight to keep their world like normal. Nice. Or uncorrupted. Nice. Oh, what platform is it for? Right now it's on Steam. It's on PC. I'm trying to get the gameplay, the mechanics, and combat right before I take it to console. Nice. So the game's out right now. Or it's in early access right now. We're trying to get a lot of things right. Working on online multiplayer, trying to get the game more balanced, more refined, more refined movesets, more balanced, more refined character design, and then we'll go for release. Nice. Everybody saying it's a great awesome fighting game. Like you all the same fighting game you get every time. It's like a very unique and special fighting game. Definitely for what's the name of this other? Okay. Chaotic Game Dev. Chaotic Game Dev. So you heard it. Well, this game is also going to be awesome. Thanks. Yeah. It looks like what process behind that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's called Triplets. It is a puzzle logic game, logic puzzle game about programming. You don't have to know anything about programming.
It's so?
No, it's a puzzle game primarily. But the game was released in 1984. Original Mac.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was one of the first games to come out for Mac, and I played it when I was like 10 years old. And it's a game that got me interested in coding. So fast forward like 20, 30 years later, and I met the original creator of the game. Yeah, and he and I decided to start together.
Nice. So that's like the process of original. Yeah, that's the original one. Nice. Because anything about Wednesday?
Oh, it's released. Yeah.
Oh, released?
Yeah. So we released it in July. Yeah, it's a free demo available, and it's also available in July.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you was being all right. So what I would believe in the video. Is everybody radio maybe still be available, or is that going to go?
Actually, yeah, there is. So if you go to our website, shiplinks.com, there's some retro section, and we have the original Apple II, Commodore 64, and Mac versions. You can play right in your browser. Oh, that's your game. And then there's also
nice. Like early years, but for playing old school simulator, the play, I never let aside. I'm gonna do that as soon as I get home.